Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cup Tortiment. Today, we have got another consolation bracket battle for you guys. This one is actually going to go ahead and take out two of our battles that we got currently on the consolation bracket. JSeed47 forfeited to Mac, Articaniml. Jay's not a big Pokemon person, and he kind of only joined the tournament because I asked him to, I think, and he'd played some Pixelmon and stuff before, but I don't think he quite knew what he was getting himself into. And so he's like, you know what, Mac, you just go ahead, you can move on in the tournament, that'll be fine. So Mac took the win against J-Seed, which put him up against the TheEspressoCat in the next round. And so the TheEspressoCat and Articaniml are going to be battling today for the right to move on into the next round and take on me. So we've got Articaniml and the TheEspressoCat going up today. Let's see what they have in store for us, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, leading off today we have Spinderella up against Copernicus, and Spinderella is going to protect, and Copernicus is going to throw up the Thunder Wave as Spinderella throws up that Sticky Web. Sticky Web can definitely be dangerous in Little Cup, lowering the speed enough that you only have so many speed stats to begin with, so it's very small margins. You got to make sure you can get those things through. Spinderella goes down as Vil comes in and gets paralyzed again as well. Copernicus is going to switch out, bringing in Kepler. Kepler is going to resist that Bullet Seed and is going to avoid the Sticky Web there. So Kepler gets down to about half as its Flame Orb activates. Lure is going to come in, take that Brave Bird very well. And Kepler's going to continue to take some burn damage there. The Facade going to finish off Lure as Kepler, again, continue to take that burn damage. Bouncer then comes in with the Vacuum Wave, finishing off the Tailo. At which point the Staryu switches in. Bouncer going to switch out, bringing in Soldier. Staryu at Herschel, as opposed to going for the Psychic, it throws up the Reflect. And Soldier going to get the knockoff off on Copernicus, but thanks to the Reflect, able to hang in there for the Baneri. Soldier then throws up another knockoff and is going to finish off Copernicus before taking too much damage. And Newton's going to switch in, throw up that power-up punch, which is going to be really good damage to the Soldier. Soldier's going to stay in on the knockoff, get paralyzed by Static, and then switch on out into Vil, who's going to be immune to the power-up punch, avoiding letting Elekid get any more damage boosts going there. Elekid, unfortunately for Mac, has Ice Punch, and that's going to take down Vil in 2 moves, at which point Soldier switches in for Death Fodder, probably not the best move, but because all he really did at that point then was give Newton another boost of attack, but then Bouncer switches in and he's going to get the Sludge Bomb up, and that'll work out for Mac there. Then the Sludge Bomb lands on Herschel, who is at this point just still a Water type, so it's not resisted or anything, and then the Vacuum Punch, or Vacuum Wave, finishes off the Staryu before it's able to do a whole lot. And Lakdawala, the Abra comes in and is going to finish off the Krogunk there. Chubby then comes in with the Boomerang, finishing off the Abra, which is fantastic. And then going to throw the Boomerang up again, but going to be finished off before he can with a Mach Punch from the Magby. So, in a very close battle there, TheEspressoCat takes it in battle number 1. Let's see what's happening in battle number 2, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, battle number 2, and we see ECAT leading off with Copernicus as Articaniml switches it up and leads off with Tut. Tut throws up that Will-O-Wisp, but not going to land, and the Paralysis is going to keep him from coming back in that second move and getting any work done. So, going to switch out into Bouncer, and Bouncer is going to be immune to the first attack due to Dry Skin, but go down to a Psychic in the next move. So, yeah, Staryu doing good work there. Lure going to be able to throw up the Volt Switch and get out from Newton, at which point Snake comes in and is going to take a hard Ice Punch, but finish off Newton with a Leaf Storm there, boosting its own attack. Unfortunately, going to switch out, expecting some free damage moves coming from Copernicus. Didn't have enough health left up on Snake there to stay in. Tut throws the burn up off on Herschel there. Gonna get the knockoff off as well, getting rid of the Light Clay, which would boost his screens. The Hex is going to come in at that point, doing good damage, and then the burn finishing off the Staryu there. So Tut doing some good work. Abra switches in at that point then, is going to throw up the Shadow Ball. Tut getting the knockoff off, getting rid of Abra's Berry Juice, so Not able to finish off, but probably setting up for Abra to go down very shortly. Hades Jr. then comes in and is going to throw up the Sucker Punch, but going to be foiled by the switch. And then Magby switching in, throwing up the Mach Punch up on Lure. At which point Copernicus comes back in, is going to take the Scald and get the burn landed. So Mac didn't get that landed with Tut earlier, but the burn is finally going on Copernicus here, which is hopefully going to help Mac a little bit. And going to continue to chip away with the Scald there, get very close, and the burn finally finishing off there. Lakdawala then switches in with the Energy Ball, gets the crit, and finishes off Lure. At which point Hades Jr. comes in with the Sucker Punch, gonna finish off the Abra there. So now Mac is up 3-2. Magby throws up that and gets the Flash Fire going with the Will-O-Wisp. And heals up with the Berry Juice. The Mach Punch able to do really good damage against Hades Jr. And unfortunately, Hades Jr. is not able to get enough damage off on the Magby to finish it up. So Snake has to come in and take a Mach Punch. Unfortunately, Snake was low enough, not going to be able to survive. And then Lickitung is all that Mac has left. He throws up the Body Slam, finishing off the Magby, which is going to make this 1-1. Coupler's got a little bit more health, and the Lickitung is going to take up Brave Bird pretty well, getting that knockoff off, getting rid of the Flame Orb, so at least he doesn't have to worry about the Facade, but unfortunately the Brave Bird's going to come in and finish it off. So we had a bit of an issue. ECAT, when he sent me the stuff, he sent me the links to the battles initially as opposed to the replays. You guys gotta hit the upload replay button and get those links, because the original links I was sent were just to the battle rooms, which isn't helpful to me. And then when he went back, and he still had those rooms open, but when he tried to upload the replays after that point, the rooms had already expired, and so he wasn't able to upload the replay. But he was thankfully able to still watch the an instant replay sort of thing, as opposed to saving a replay. So he was able to record it and send it to me. So yeah, recording that one out of Windows Media Player or whatever. But so yeah, anyway, two battles. In two battles, ECAT takes down Mac, Articaniml, and is going to move on into the next round of the Consolation bracket. Thank you both to ECAT and Mac for participating this week. I greatly appreciate you guys getting in there, and to Jay, I appreciate you at least admitting that you didn't have an interest in moving forward and letting us move forward with the tournament. So anyway, we can move this along. I'm more than happy to accommodate. But yeah, so ECAT is going to move up into the next round, and me and ECAT will then need to battle. And so I don't know when we're going to do that. Hopefully soonish, I guess. At a certain point, though, rushing this particular branch of the tournament isn't going to do us a whole lot of good if we can't get some other things going here. So putting a special call out once again. This is kind of going to be the last call, honestly, guys. Epic Big Nick and Red Wolf NJW, you guys need to get your battles in. And Scad and Klungar, similarly, need to get your battles in. I know you guys are just... Klungar and Scad, at the very least, are just trying to find a time to get together. And it just... I mean, they're going to be able to get together. But Red Wolf and Epic Big Nick, you guys have been talking for a long time, and it sounds like you're kind of at an impasse. So one way or the other, you guys, both those on the main bracket, just figure it out. Just figure it out. Set up a time. Just get it done. And hopefully we can move those on. Otherwise, it's going to come down to a coin toss. And so figure it out. Let me know in the comments down below once you've got something set up. And if it's just not going to happen, by the time the next episode goes out, I'm going to be doing a coin toss. So try and get it in. I'll hold off doing the coin toss if you guys tell me you've got something scheduled or are scheduling something at the very least. But at a certain point, we got to move this along. With this being a double elimination tournament, it's a bit difficult. I was originally only going to do single elimination, then I had several people say, oh, well, that's not really fair. What if it's like, okay, I'll do double elimination, but that means this thing is going to be twice as long, and I really I'm starting to cut back on some YouTube stuff, and so this thing potentially taking like 2 more months to go is just not going to work for me. So if we want to see this tournament through to the end, I gotta have you guys continuing to push that stuff out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Special thank you again to TheEspressoCat and Mac, Articaniml, for participating. And again, DevidCon and Codeman, you guys can go ahead and do your battles. GBL4 Turtles and Fabe, you guys can do your battles. and then Epic Big Nick and Red Wolf and Scad and Klongar, go ahead and do your battles. Let me know where you guys are at with that. Even if I want to hear from either DevidCon or Codeman or GBL4 Turtles or Fabe or I guess at this point Red Wolf, Epic Big Nick, or Scad and Klongar. Let me know where you're at, because I haven't heard from some of you guys in a long time, so I don't know if some of these guys aren't even watching this series anymore. I don't know what's going on exactly, so let me know what's going on so we can plan accordingly and try to move this thing further down the line. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure that those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys. Special thanks again to all of you guys who have participated and who will continue to participate. A special thank you for you guys taking action on doing your battles. See you guys all back here next time. Alright, guys, have a good one.